Alright, well, join me in doing this piece of metal onto all of that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like not there anymore. It's gone. I gotta love 11 years of New England winters. So needless to say, I don't know if you saw one of my other videos, but I did this one last year, and as you can see, it's held up really, really well. Now, I found out that this panel here is 20 gauge sheet metal, or it was before they formed it. So what that was 18 gauge sheet metal, and well, I found myself a proper gauge and measured a piece that I had pulled off of it last year, and went and got 20 gauge sheet metal. The cutters go through that like it's butter, so it took me all of 5 minutes to do. Watch while I do this. So this is going to be here. Sorry for the light. It's late in the day. I had other issues to deal with, and well, needless to say, it's later in the day. Alright. How does that look? Alright, so what I gotta do there is I need to cut the old metal out. Put some new metal in, well, that piece of sheet metal, but I gotta cut that old piece out and see what I got there first before I can continue. Get my gloves and my earpiece. Move this off. So this is probably going to be a couple different segments. Well, I'm going to put it all together. The problem is at the moment I do not have editing software, but you know I'm going to get it because I kind of don't have a choice now, do I? So, like I said, it's later in the day. Pull this around at my backyard workshop because I do not have a garage. Well, I mean, what are you going to do? So, let me go measure. Turn some light on. Ugh. Wow. That piece held up. That's the piece I put in. I'm going to have to do some work on this. Cut that all the way down here. Let me switch classes for a minute. This piece right here is under the little trim piece that goes here, and it's actually in good shape. Let me put my other eyes on just to verify it. Alright, I can see a little better close up. Wow, this is a mess. Somebody had a good fucking time with this. Right here, they put the jack stand in the right spot. Let's see what happens when I grind on it a little bit. Actually, doesn't look bad at all. Even underneath doesn't look bad. Maybe. Let me grind on it first, but I gotta cut this all the way down. So let me start with that. Grind it right there. Grind it from there. Battery's dead. Look at that. That's nice. Alright. This one's all solid otherwise. I'm gonna go change the battery. Be right back. Oh. Alright. On this roof. Alright, never mind. Seems like it's good to know. You can tell by how this thing is cutting what's bad and what's not. Attached. I can get back up there. solid metal there. Let me see. Alright, I gotta switch the wheel, obviously. So I'll be back in a minute. Metal I can work with here. Go up higher. So all that's got to get ground down. Like I said, I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's not with that anyways. Alright, let me go switch this out for grinding wheel, because this is a cutting wheel. Go. Yes, those are old man sounds.